This is a covered drive-through, porte-cochere, that would go out that way towards the parking lot. As soon as you walk in, you'd have a welcome center, and that welcome center would be connected in phase one with really two new corridors, a corridor that will go through here and a corridor that will come down here. This is the steps at your entrance at the back educational building on Brown Street. It's difficult for me to even climb those. I mean, some of those steps are this tall. That will all go away. Brown Street will be rebuilt so it's all up to a certain level that you can get into the building easy. There's a fire stair right here in phase one that will connect all the levels up. And then we also have some renovation work to the existing stairs to go down to the basement. Phase one, we're also talking about taking this foyer area, which is in the back, and making it a little bit larger. It's so small right now that you can't really get very many people into that space. So to kind of walk you through it, you can get out of your car, you can come into the Welcome Center. If you're coming from your Sunday school classes, you'll come down this corridor to the Welcome Center. Then you can either go up the elevator or you can come over here to this stair. These stairs right here. These will be a set of large stairs, which I'm calling grand stairs, that will go from the Welcome Center up into this new foyer, which is in the back. The foyer will be just this foyer here, but it will be expanded to these two columns that you see here in the back, just making it nice and larger. We're going to do that, put that down and go from memory. Let's go to the next set of slides. I was on the first level. Now I'm going down to the basement level. This is the existing basement. It's literally a maze through here. See all these corridors going? This is called a dead-end corridor here. This is a dead-end corridor here. When you say dead-end corridor in the architecture business, it's a fire situation. People are panicking. They run down a corridor to get out, and there's no stair at the end. Those kind of situations happen in this basement. It's a maze. What we propose is solving that problem in two phases. Phase one will be the beginning of a new fire corridor through here that will come right off the elevator, and there's a fire stair on one side. Phase two is the fire stair on the other side. So you can see this corridor is right here, and it's a straight shot right back up here. This is your fire corridor where people will get out. This is also the second elevator in phase two, which gets people from the activities building or from the educational complex back into the building. Also in phase one, we're looking at doing some renovation to these stairs, which are right there, and this stair, which is at the basement, which is right over here. If you look at that stair now, you have to kind of step up and step down and go up in a little bit and try to open a door to get down to that basement. We're going to solve all that. The next slide, please. Now we're going to go up to the second level. You actually have a little bit of a fire corridor working right through here. It just doesn't go anywhere. This is a dead end again. If someone's running out and comes in this wind, there's no way to get out of the building. You come back over to what we propose. Here's that fire stair, elevator, and it's a direct corridor that goes all the way through to the fire stair and the corridor on the other side, and everything connects into it. This is the stair and where the grand stair is coming up on the second level. Now, someone asked me about this fire stair and said, does that mean it's just a stair that's closed that you can't use all the time? No, this is a stair that's a working stair that everybody can use all the time. It's just when the door shuts in a fire situation, it's safe. There's no smoke in there, and you can easily get out of the building. Second phase also has the incorporation of some new handicap bathrooms. Let's go to the next floor, please. This is the third floor. There's a TV room up in this area. Now I've lost my light somewhere. Let's try this new one. Maybe, there we go. A large room here, a stair here that's inaccessible. You can see on the third floor, here's where the fire stair and the elevator is, fire stair and the elevator, and the corridor goes straight through. And then in the second phase, we're looking at putting some handicapped bathrooms up there also. Let's go to the next slide. This is your existing building. Justin, who works for me, had to get a lift, and he went all over this building to measure everything. And we can't possibly draw every detail, but that's what it looks like now from the front. From the side, it looks like this beautiful building, and then there's this box that was added. I don't know who added the box. I don't want to offend anyone, but it's really ugly. And it doesn't complement the architecture of this building at all. It's functional. It does everything that you need to do on the inside, but on the outside, it's just ugly. Let's go to the next set of slides, please. If we look over on this slide, this is your existing building and the proposed addition to the outside, which is in that direction. You'll see that we're adding some windows. If you remember, I told you to remember this section of windows here in the center. We can't possibly reproduce these windows again. It would be too costly. So what we're looking at doing is taking the windows and just have one strip right down the center that will match what you have here in the center. Just a small piece. Then around that window will be glass so people can see in and you can see out, but will complement the architecture as it is now. The arches in the architecture will be the same. The water table around the bottom of the building, which is this, will match the existing water table. If you go to the side, it's hard to read here, but this is the covered drive-through that comes out. And again, those windows repeat, and the stonework at the top, we can't possibly reproduce all the stonework, but we can take pieces of it, the pieces that are most visible, and redo those again and put them on this new building. The brickwork is the least expensive item. It's hard to see on this drawing, but we're copying the brickwork in this area here and this area here. At the very top, you can see some long recessed brick patterns. That happens on your building. So what we're trying to do is make a building as close as we can on that facade to match your existing building. Let's go to the next slide, please. This is your site plan. This is what's out there now. I put it up there for one reason. This brown street that now belongs to you, again, guys, go out and look at it. It's ugly. It's got all these power lines coming down everywhere. It's got utilities everywhere. It's got signs everywhere. That's going to be a new pedestrian mall that's going to be easy to walk down. We have to do something with all those utilities, and we already have engineers looking at getting rid of those or moving them or burying them. So that whole Brown Street can end up being a pedestrian mall. This parking lot has a lot of problems with it also. First of all, it needs some attention. But if you're going to get from this parking lot into that building, it is impossible right now. Let's go to the next slide, please.